This episode, we are unboxing, reviewing, and testing out the Bedjet cooling and heating system. IJDM starts now.
Another visitor. Stay a while. Stay forever.
Okay, brief, quick, super quick thing. I am a very warm, hot sleeper. I sometimes at night wake up and underneath me is just hot and it's miserable. And anyone with this condition knows you don't get much sleep. Despite dove noises that go on in the middle of the night, that actually doesn't wake me up. But being hot in bed and actually sweating is just, to me, like, it's not a good night's rest. So decided to check out this Bedjet. As you know, I did do the Sleep 8 whole thing, and it's worked out. There's a few things I have complaints, I guess, or dislikes about it, but it works well. But the idea of this is, when I'm doing traveling, I'd like to have the same kind of situation. And this is much easier to transport since it uses air instead of water when I go and stay at a hotel for a week, or if I'm visiting family nearby. I don't know about bringing this, packing this in my luggage and going on taking on an airplane or whatever and having to check it in and all that, because there is quite a bit of stuff. But opening the box, we got the manual here, and we're not going to use the unboxing app because I want you to just kind of experience this with me, because I just peeked inside is all I did. We got your air hose here, and it looks like kind of like a dryer hose kind of thingamajig, you know. Well, yeah. And are we in focus? Because I do not have my glasses on. As we quick check here, it looks like yes, we are in focus according to the camera. This looks like it's something that hooks up to the actual fabric thing. So we're just going to set that aside for now. We'll get it all on the table, laid out nice and neat. That cord seems to be going underneath. It looks like some adapters to plug it in. A few of those. I may be wrong on this stuff. They give you a couple of the Bunch Alkaline brand batteries, and here is the remote. We'll go ahead and just take a peek at this. I did order this one with the remote because sometimes just dealing with the iPhone is a pain. And with no sort of craziness or weirdness, we will just remove the film off of the remote and keep the channel PG as usual. All right, let's get right back into this box. I gotta say, it is boxed well, and I like the recycled material for this. No styrofoam kind of thing. Whoa, this is a lot bigger than I expected. I seem to be missing something here. I ordered the Bedjet, but apparently I did not get the actual mattress. Well, we have the foam thing, and then we have... So wait a minute. Is there a box missing? Well, this thing unit is huge. I thought this was going to be small, but this is actually, yeah, quite bulky. I don't know about traveling with this thing. Woo! Well then, we'll throw that off to the side. I guess I had to order the mat separate. I did not know that. They could have said that on the website, but maybe I didn't read it correctly. This is something to clip your hose on. And with that, another piece of foam material thing. And I'm going to have to kind of look at the instructions and see if I am missing something, because I have a funny feeling there's nothing in the bottom of the box. Nope. This is it. This is the Bedjet unit. It's controlled with the remote. It's got a air vent here, and it's got a on-off little display, low power, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi connectivity thing on it. Nothing on the back except for vents and where the cord comes out. So with this all being said, yeah, I could probably just plug it in and test it and blow air underneath my sheet or something, but I think you really need the sheet to make this work, or the actual mat. So with that, we'll stop this video down and go to maybe a part 2 in another week. Or maybe we'll just do it now. All right, sit rep. I just looked over the instructions, and right here on the buyer's guide, it says single temperature zone, entire bed, one bed, plus a single zone cloud sheet. So that's what I'm missing, is the cloud sheet. I didn't get that. But it says optional. It says best for solo. So I'm thinking what I could probably do, especially for this video, and just try it out as is just read through the instructions and get it set up. the way it instructs to. Of course, I can't put the unit underneath my bed, but what I'll basically do is put it underneath the sheet and see how that works. To me, it seems like the actual sheet that you would use for the bed would have some kind of like air duct system or whatever on the cloud sheet. So maybe that is something that probably should be noted. I was a little confused. That's the first time I ever bought one of these. The other one I bought, it comes with the mat and the thing. So, and it does say there's a dual zone cloud sheet. Obviously, I have a wife that sleeps next to me. So in this situation, what I'd probably do is just put it on half the bed and hopefully it doesn't affect her. But this, like I said, is mainly for traveling. So that being said, without the actual having to bring the cloud sheet, it just says, where did I read it? It says as long as you have a thread count below 200, jersey, flannel, different, whatever, synthetic, optional, blah, 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 technical stuff. Basically, I think my sheet should work. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and move into the bedroom now and get this thing set up and try to figure out what's what. I'm not gonna show the whole setup process. What I'm gonna do is just kind of jump forward and just do a couple cuts here and there of me setting the thing up. Okay, well, excuse the messiness of the comforter. I'm gonna have to mess it up anyways to do this and that. Usually during the week, we get up, we go to work, we come home, relax, go to bed. So, is what it is. If you want a nice, neat, tidy video, then you can watch the other lady that does the home stuff and how to correctly do sheets and comforters to make them look pretty, but we have no house guests or anybody coming by anytime soon. So the first thing I need is figure out where I want this Bedjet. Obviously, I do not want to do it at the end of the bed, and I can't put it underneath because we're kind of on a platform here. So I'm going to probably aim for, even though it says toward the bottom, I'm going to aim for kind of along the side here somewhere so that I'm not actually tripping on that Bedjet unit and I'm getting optimal cooling. So I'm thinking kind of maybe somewhere closer to the top than the bottom, which I think should work just fine. Okay, the remote's asking me for a few setup things. You can rename it. I don't really care what it's named. Beep sound, yeah, we'll leave it on for now. You can always probably turn it off later, I'm sure. Yeah, we'll leave the lights on for now. I'll probably turn them off because I don't like my room all lit up by LEDs at night. This is only one Bedjet. Is it on a twin size bed? No. Saved. Well, that was simple. It's going to make me do, I have to set the time now. So I'll go ahead and do that. I'm just going to hold it off camera for a minute while oops. I didn't save the correct time, but that's okay. And I'm greeted with this little display thing on here that says fan, whatever. So I'm going to hit cool. And, again, we don't read the instructions here, but, oh, there we go. We just use the buttons on the remote, so there's different ones down here. Okay, so I got it down to the minimum, so it's going to be cooling and fan is at 100%. I mean, it's got a humming noise, but it's no worse than my air conditioner. And yeah, I can see it's working already because if you actually look at my sheets are actually like blowing up. There's like a balloon under there. So I'm going to go ahead and test this now, and then we'll get back to the desk and just kind of do a wrap up. Bedjet did not sponsor this. I did pay for this out of my own cash. Well, I actually did use my HSA, which they will let you use your HSA account if you have one of those credit card things issued through your work or through the government or whatever. You just got to make sure you use the payment link that says HSA and not try to use it as a standard credit or debit card. You need to use the HSA link. Went through, no problem. They sent it to me. Got here after about 5-6 days. So yes, this was pretty much out of my own pocket, not sponsored. I thought I'd just do a review on it since I kind of did one on the Sleep 8 system. If you want to see that video, of course, go ahead and look at my video index and you can see which one, or I'll post it at the end of this video. Anyways, moving on, let's go ahead and test this thing out for a few minutes. I could use a little bit of R&R for, say, 20 minutes. Okay. No, I did not nap. I just laid down for about 20 minutes. Actually kept my back fairly cool. I think the thing with this, to really make it effective, in all honesty, And I probably should have read a little more into it. I kind of just jumped into buying it because I was going on a trip soon enough, and I wanted it to be here. I wanted the product to be here before I left. Is you really need the fitted sheet that goes with it to get the even airflow through the actual thing. And I think what ends up happening is most of the air ends up in your comforter if you don't have the right sheet, and soon as it turns into a giant balloon. But it did keep me cool. It's just going to be interesting while I'm traveling this time around that, you know, I don't know if I can get the bottom sheet in time, but it still works just fine without it. But I would recommend, if you are going to purchase a product, go ahead and buy the fitted sheet along with it to make it most effective. But I am not going to give a conclusive, yeah, go out and get one or anything like that. If you're a warm sleeper, I would say this is definitely a good alternative to some of the ones that use the water. The water things, they can develop leaks, they can have issues with the cooling systems. I think in this one it's safe to say there's going to be less issue with it. And I do like the fact it does not have to be online to actually use the product. Unlike the other one I have that currently, but I have been in contact with them that they said there's going to be an offline mode. We recently dealt with hurricanes, which led me to this whole purpose of doing this video. And our internet was down for nearly a week. So my bed was not cooling and I was miserable. I was looking for a nice cooling night's sleep when the power came on, but there was no internet and I couldn't cool the bed. So they are looking at a way to use it offline without internet, and that should be coming up in a future product release for Sleep 8. But other than that, does what it says what it does what I expected. So, and was paid through my HSA, like I say. So, and it is something health oriented because this is something I do need to sleep personally. And I know there's a lot of other people out there that have the same type of issues. And some people sleep cold. Yes, you can heat it as well. That'll do it for this IJDM video. Yes, and as you saw in my comments recently, in my community comments, because of the hurricanes, a lot of things were changed around and moved around. I do plan on doing a special, but I think at this point it's going to be maybe 175 or the 200th episode as a special, and maybe like a small Christmas thing along the way. I don't think I'm going to do a Thanksgiving one this year just because of everything that's going on. But we'll do a few reviews and stay on the Red series for now just to keep things rolling and so you have something new to watch. I hope you enjoyed this product review and test and unboxing, not in that order, but we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.